There we go. Right, bang on 7 o'clock. So, can everybody hear me and see me, for starters? Just waiting for a few people to come up on the live chat there on the side of the screen. Got a few questions lined up on those, but if you've got a question, just pop up on the live chat so I can see who you are and what you have to say. Okay, we've got 7 people so far. How's the connection? Is the connection okay? Is it jittery? No chat's coming up yet. Hi, all the way from Madrid. Wow. Hello. La Moda de Army. It's a long way away. All right. So I'll start off. Got Phil Larkin on the live. Marco Giuliani. Really happy home. It's a little jittery, but that could be us. It might be me. I'm using my phone 4G, so how is it for everybody else? Is it good? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Can hear you fine. Awesome. Right, first question. Scroll down. Okay, Phil's question. Will there be any BMX road trips? Yes. There definitely will be some BMX road trips as soon as possible. As soon as we're allowed to go on trips, I will be everywhere and anywhere in this van with my bike in the back. As many people as can jump in it, and we'll be going on plenty of road trips. Want to go down south? Want to go up north? Anywhere you want to go, I'm up for it. So let's get organising some BMX trips. That's to Phil. Good evening, Harry. Don't use Marco's saying don't use 5G. Well, my phone's too old to use 5G anyway, so no problem there. Got another question. I'm just checking on the questions on the comments on my previous video. Where are we? One from Ross Evans. Oh, Luke's Van Life's just commented. You all right, Luke? Can't stay on, but if you leave it on YouTube, I'll watch it later. I will leave it on. So one from Ross Evans. I don't know if he's here or not. Is there anything you regret not doing on any of the van builds? I guess so. Yeah. The way I've built all of my vans, I've not planned any of it. I've had rough ideas of what I would like to do on some bits, but the majority of the time, I just think of something as I'm going along and try it out. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It comes back out. That's why in this Sprinter van, it's had 3 builds. I guess it would have been good to have planned all my electrics beforehand, but hey, it is the way it is, and I love my van exactly the way it is. So, not really any regrets. His other question was, "How's the knee?" He says, "How's the knee doing? It'd be good to see you back on the old pedal bike. You actually taught me a few things about 10 or 11 years ago." Wow, that is a long time. It was probably in Rampworks when I used to coach there. The knee is doing great, Ross. I had an operation at the end of 2017. Yeah, the end of 2017. and I've had no looking back since. I have been riding as much as I can, probably not as much as I would like, but I still ride BMX as much as I can. So I'm actually making a video right now because I've been riding BMX for 20 years next month. So I'm editing a little video of like sort of 20 years of BMX, celebrating riding 20 years. A lot of people coming up on the live chat now. This is a very untechy question, but for a single lady with a large dog, what would you recommend as a first DIY van? Considering your dog is so large, you need room for your bed and room for him to sleep as well. I know he likes to sleep on the floor, so it'd have to be something that isn't too small. So maybe like something like T4 size, but maybe a bit too small. You want maybe something a little bit longer, but then you have to think about: do you want a permanent bed? Do you want a bed that is like you can take it up and down like a chair into a bed, or you could have pop top and you could sleep in the pop top, and then the dog could sleep on the floor in the van. So there's loads of options really, but just not a small or too small van. I'd say a T4 probably size would be too small. Hello from Chesterfield, man of mystery. Luana G. Hi Leon, where did you get your porthole windows and do they open from the inside? My porthole windows do not open. They're just sealed units. They're just two separate pieces of plastic that's sandwiched together. Like they screw to each other and squeeze together to hold fasten in on the van. So you're just a bit of Sikaflex and then squeeze them together. I got them off eBay 3 years ago, and now you can't find them. You can find plenty of other types of porthole windows that actually look a little bit sleeker, to be fair, and they're probably a little bit larger. But these particular ones, I can't find them anymore. I wanted to add an extra one in my rear door, but I can't find them. So, I mean, they're like £20 at the time, and the ones that are out around now are about £30, £40. So it's still not too bad, and they are cool. I do recommend porthole windows because you get enough light, but a hell of a lot of privacy at the same time. Hi mate, how are you doing? That's from Manchester Van Life. Not bad, mate. Doing really well, to be honest. Harry Wittero. Is there a dream van build you want to do? There's a couple. Actually, no, there's probably about three. I would like to build like a Mercedes Vario type 4x4 van, big old school, big massive boxy ones, because I just love them. Like if I could have one of those, I would be so happy, but they are quite pricey. So for now, I'm quite content with my 2003 medium wheelbase Sprinter, but those Mercedes Varios are absolutely beautiful. Another one would be a Luton, just because it's just so big and square. You could just do so much with it. And the other one would be like I think you call them like UK version of school buses. I can't remember what they're called exactly. Welfare buses. I think that's what the real name is. Welfare bus. So like a quite small bus, like a normal van on the front and like a fiberglass body just widened and a little bit longer. I really love those. I've wanted one for a while, but then I decided against it because they're probably too wide to go on like skinny country lanes and up big mountain roads. So those would be the three vans I would really like to do builds in. I might actually buy ones and sell them on in the future and do my own rustic camper van conversions on those. Duke Pursuit's good to see you the other day on your bike. Yeah, riding down the canal, getting that hour of exercise in. Can't wait till this is over. I'm missing out on so much stuff. It's unbelievable. Kiki Phillip says hi. Hi, Philip. some people asking some less than tasteful questions. Matty BMX Mad. I might ask if you see a van rocking, is it true you don't go knocking? Depends. All depends. Depends on your personal preference and how adventurous you are. White flange, cool van, man. Love the wood interior. My T4 interior is done with pallet wood. They're a great resource and free. Yes, they certainly are. I actually haven't got any pallet wood in this one. I used a lot of pallet wood in my first two vans, but decided against using it in this van. I wanted to use thinner stuff. If I had one of those, what they called, thicknesses where you can just thin them down, I'd love to do like a full pallet build with just so I could thin out the pallets first. That'd be perfect. Ross Evans, do you see a possible career in van builds, designing them? They've all been sick. Cheers, Ross. It's a really nice compliment. Yes, I would definitely do that. In fact, I've just made a brand new website. I released it last Monday. And on that website, I've got a page offering my services to build vans, design vans for people. So the website's obviously the diaryofavanman.com. People can get in contact with me on that website, and maybe we can organize doing some rustic van builds for any of you, really. Inky the Cat. Hello everyone, just bought an old 96 motorhome, not stealth, but cool to live in down Cornwall. Nice 96 motorhome, but that looks amazing, nice and retro. That's the thing, I love retro vehicles. I just wish you could have a retro vehicle with new engines, that'd be perfect. Matty BMX Mad. I heard a story about your Daihatsu went a rocking once. What happened? Well, okay, so my Daihatsu X-Doll was my very first vehicle, my very first van. It was tiny, sort of like a Sutty van or a Suzuki Carry size van. I got that for £400 because it had blown over in the wind. And the previous owner used to live down in South Wales, and he used it as a paint and decorating van. Apparently, he was driving around a bend, like on a high hill somewhere on a windy day, and it just toppled the whole van over. So the whole right-hand side of the van was just so dented and scratched. It was crazy, but still loved it. My first vehicle, like a little go-kart. Harry Whiterow, when you headed down to Dartmoor, you rode in the Staple Grove Taunton Skate Park. Didn't know you rode there. Yes. I ride Vert. I only started riding Vert about 6 years ago. For years, I was quite scared of it because a Vert ramp is anything from 10 to 14 foot, really. And it's like learning to ride BMX all over again. It's like every time you go on a Vert ramp, a ramp that size, it's like riding a roller coaster. Every single time is scary, no matter how many times you ride the Vert ramp. But yeah, I went down there not last year, the year before, because I was doing some work in Dartmoor, and I thought I'd stop off at Taunton on the way. Really nice ramp. Man of mystery. Damn, I missed your reply to me as my dad rang. Just said your name. What do you think of your awning? My awning is awesome. I'm so happy with the awning. For a while, I was thinking about designing and making my own awning. I was going to use tarps, gutter pipe from a house, plastic guttering pipe, and I was going to use paint and decorators extending poles, and from using hinges and bolts and stuff like that, I was going to make my own one. But it turns out all the materials would have came around to £100 or more, and that awning that I just put on was 170, and it is perfect for the job. So I'm really happy with how it is. Sevens, I'd love to do on my own. A joiner by trade. By the way, you design them is nuts. Thanks, Ross. definitely be up to doing something with you. If you're a joiner already, you'll find it easy. Just got to think a little bit outside the box, I guess, if you want something rustic. Inky the cat. I wanted to do a van horse box build, but being female who never held a drill, it was never going to happen. It's to put a music studio in. Nice. Well, the only way to learn how to do something is to actually do it. Everything that I've learned, like van build wise, I've only learned to do it by just going for it and giving it a go. A couple of days ago, I installed a reversing camera. Never done that before. No idea how to do it, but just give it a try and it worked out great. So you can't say you can't do it if you haven't tried. Just give it a go. You've got plenty of YouTube videos to look at and to learn from. So don't be too scared to give it a go. So apparently Matty's had a few drinks. I will definitely be going up to Scotland as soon as this is all over. It's one of the best places to go camping in your van. It's an unreal place. Like a fair. Yo, Leon, it's one of the kids from Highton. How you doing? I'm doing good, mate. I hope you are doing good too. Staying out of trouble, staying at home. Awesome, Ross. Thank you for that. I might take you up on that one day, and we can trade some woodwork knowledge. I think I've got some more questions up on some comments, so I'll just dig those out. How is everyone doing during lockdowns? Is everyone keeping busy? Anyone got any cool projects they're working on? Tell me about them. We got yeah. Just trying to find these other posts. Never actually thought I'd do a live stream, but came around to the idea. Gina Taylor. How many people can I sleep in this van? Well, comfortably, we can have 3 people. So I've designed this for me, my wife, and my son. So me and my wife sleep up on this double bed here, and my son has got this bed, which this seat, what I'm sitting on, is actually a bed. It goes all the way underneath to the back of the van. It's 6 foot long and 2 foot wide, so it actually can sleep an adult. So that's 3 people comfortably. And if I opened the door to the garage space underneath the van, then somebody could probably stretch out along the floor on a sleeping mat and a sleeping bag. So 4 with a push, maybe 5 if someone wants to sleep on the front seats. I'm watching BMX and van life videos with the odd walk here and there. Nice, keeping yourself entertained. Got to get outside. Luckily enough, we've got just a little park really close to us there, literally 2 seconds, and we go and play basketball with my son on there. And we've got my nan's back garden. We're doing a bit of gardening in there, growing some fruits and veggies for the end of summer. So excited for that. My van, Gina Taylor. What kind of van is it? This is a old Mercedes Sprinter from 2003. It's a 311 CDI. I bought it from some guys in Manchester who used to use it for. I think they used it for markets. Like they just load it up in the back of loads of stock and drive to markets and just sell all their gear out of this. Yeah, it's getting quite old now. It's over 220 something thousand miles on it, but it's never let me down, and I love it. Oh, look at you. I wish I was in the countryside. I mean, I'm close to the countryside, but not quite close enough. But that's one of the reasons why I have a van, because Countryside is my favourite place. Ones I hope to own a piece of woodland. How's the connection? Is it still okay, jittery, or anything like that? Try and find out other questions. I think some on a community page. Two comments on here. Rural Somerset, Wellington, not too busy, but it's okay, mate. Lucky, very lucky. Phil Larkin, would you build trails if you own land? Yes, I would build trails. But where I work is out in the countryside in a place called Maudsley. It's a outdoor pursuits centre, and they have a lot of land there. They have asked me to run a bike park on that land. It's going to be quite a while yet because it's a lot of work to build dirt jumps. I've already started making some jumps and a small section on there, which probably would have been done this year, but maybe, I don't know, maybe the end of this year they'll be finished, and then we'll start on the proper big bike park bit with trails and stuff maybe next year. It all depends on how the company recovers after all this corona nonsense. Mountain bike and BMX, yes. Mountain bike and BMX. Good evening, Nomadic Mechanic. Another question somewhere here. Yes, it is. Building dirt jumps, it is very hard, Harry, indeed. It takes a long time, even with the digger, that's true. I was learning to use a digger this year and last year, and I thought it was going to be way quicker. It is quicker, but it's not quick enough. Got a question from Mark Houston. I don't know if he's watching this live or not. What's your favourite mod you have done to your van and why? I don't know what my favourite bit is. I do like the tree branches. In fact, the tree branches are probably my favourite piece in the van because I've just got a piece of nature. Even though it's all wood, the tree branches just make it feel like the outside is more inside. And I also love my Outbacker stove log burner in the winter. It keeps it nice and toasty. What was his other question? Oh, we got more questions. I'm trying to keep up. Ooh. So Gina is asking, how much did my conversion cost roughly? My van was £1,400. And I think all in all, the van build cost around £5,000, including the van. Sorry, including the van and the build, it would be about £5,000. Probably a little bit more because I've taken the van apart and put it back together again. But initially, one van build plus the van, £5,000 is a pretty good price, I think. Nomadic Mechanic asks where I got the portals from. Got them from eBay. Unfortunately, these ones aren't on eBay anymore, but there are other ones that are very similar. So just type in portal windows on eBay and you get plenty that come up. These are the ones that don't open. These are just solid. Harry asks, how heavy is your van with everything packed for a trip? I have no idea. My van's been off the road since September. My mum's been kind enough to let me park it on her drive. Whilst I've been doing lots of work to it, because I want to change it over to official motorhome through the DVLA, so the insurance is cheaper. And once it's on the road again, I will get it weighed. I think a lot of people think it's really going to be really heavy. I don't think it's going to be that heavy. I think it's going to be underweight. It's a 3.5 ton load van. I think it'll be under that. I've tried my best to use the thinnest wood everywhere I can. So we'll find out, and I will do a video and let you know once I have weighed it. What's it like to drive long distance? It's a dream. It just cruises. The only problem is the turbo needs replacing, so it doesn't like going up hills. That is probably a job I've been putting off for the longest time. But I've sourced a company that does good price turbos, so I'm going to get one of those as soon as I can afford one and put that in. And hopefully it'll just sail up the hills from then on. Duke Pursuits. I'm getting a narrowboat. Should have been on it now, but delayed because of what's going on. Someone else knows of it if you like. Once I get back this way, yes, I would love to see your boat, mate. That they're really cool spaces. You've got lots of long space, and it reminds me a lot of like a camper van. So, be excited to see that. You're welcome, Gina. Any more questions? Just ask. Lamoda the Army. How much did it cost for your wood stove, please, and where did you buy it? How much did it cost? I think it was about £130, and that is the stove and the flue. You do have to buy a flashing kit, but they're only like £20 or something, maybe even less. But I got mine from outbackerstoves.co.uk or .com, I can't remember, but Outbacker Stoves, it's a British company, and they make stoves for bell tents, and it's perfect for putting in a van. It's got a small flue, like 63 millimeters, really lightweight, and you can have a water heater that attaches to the flue as well, so really good in my opinion. Hey, Leon, did you ever sort out security for that spare wheel? No, I haven't yet. I do still need to buy some locking nuts for that, or I might get a lockable wheel cover to go over that maybe. But I've had nobody sniffing around it yet. Fingers crossed and touch wood. Handsworth boys, how's it going? Steve Morris. Oh, that's just answered your question. Sorry, Steve. Harry, what's your favorite BMX trick / contest and why? So my favorite contest will probably be these in Montpellier, France. Montpellier is a really cool city. All French people are really cool and laid back there. It's a beautiful place, and it's a free to spectate competition. So the crowds are there by the hundreds of thousands. Like it's a massive crowd. Everyone's having a good time. It's really hot. The atmosphere is amazing, and they always have the most amazing courses to ride. They're a bit more strict entry-wise of the recent years because of the Olympics coming up. So I haven't been able to ride it since 2017, unfortunately. But it is my favorite BMX competition by far. If you haven't been, go. If you're a BMX rider, it's so fun. I need to block somebody on here. How do we block? Okay. Done. All right. Getting some bad spammy comments. Right, burger. That burger guy's gone, I think. Nomadic mechanic. It's easy job to change the turbo on sprinters. Hope you're going to do it yourself. Yes, I am. I had a little look. It's just right there, just at the start of the exhaust, and just looks like some of the bolts might be tricky to get to, but I've got the right tools. Then it shouldn't be that bad. Um, so yeah, that will be probably the last job to do before it goes back on the road. I probably might have a look at the injectors as well. See if they need replacing. I don't know, but it's all money. Okay, I think I'm up to date with questions on here. Oh no, one off. Somebody called PJ Kramer asks, "What have you been up to? Haven't seen you posting much." I've actually been posting a lot more this year on YouTube than I did last year. I think already in the past 4 months I've posted more. Oh, is that probably same person again? Yeah, I've posted more YouTube videos this year than I did last year. So I don't know if people aren't seeing them for some reason, but I'm really enjoying it, getting into the swing of posting YouTube videos again. Yeah, I blocked it. I don't see the point really in spamming people's lives. But hey, that's how you get your kicks. What was your question, Ross? This spamming stuff was you actually taught me how to free about 10, 11 years ago. You said that if I land it, you back up the old step up. So you know, that was nuts. Yes, I used to do that. That was how I would always get people to try stuff that they were slightly scared of, but I knew they were capable of. And a backflip, believe it or not, is a pretty easy trick once you know how to do it. So I'd always say, if you do this trick, I'll do a backflip, and it always worked. Hello, Woolly Cod Wanderers. Oh, here's another one. Made a new profile. Pretty fast. Making these profiles. Locked again. Race 70. How's it going? Do I still have my dog? Yes, I do still have my dog, Milo. He is like a Pomeranian, but he is massive compared to a Pomeranian. So normal Pomeranians are like this. He's just this huge, big, massive ball of excitable fluff who never stops panting, which can get annoying. But he's still with us. Might have made loads of profiles, yeah. Spamtastic profiles. Oh well, it's no bother to me. I made this tea ages ago and it's still too hot to drink. So, is there any videos that people would like to see me make? LDV convoy. I do have a soft spot for LDV convoys. Um, Sometimes I do wish I kept it just because the character on them is amazing. I just love the big boxy shape to them. But it was my one was just extremely unreliable, and I got fed up of paying for it to be fixed. I hope yours is treating you well. Oh, here's another one. So keep it simple. Ask, do I have another vehicle? Yes. When I took the Sprinter van off the road back in September, I found the cheapest car I could find just to get me around for the winter. So I bought a little tiny teal Vauxhall Corsa. That's been keeping me going. That's been really cheap on fuel, insurance, tax, and all that type of stuff. So saved me a good bit of money over the winter, but I'm missing driving the van quite a lot now. So soon as possible, this van is going back on the road. Build a little kicker for the van, yeah. A little ramp that I can store underneath somewhere and do some little adventures and take the ramp on somewhere, yeah. BMX video, I said at the beginning, I don't think you saw it, Ross. I've been editing one today, so that might be out in the next few days. And I've also got another van video coming out on Monday. Oh, did I miss Harry's question? No, I haven't been to the Battle of Hastings. For those that you don't know, Battle of Hastings is a BMX competition in a skate park called the Source Skate Park down in Hastings. So they call it the Battle of Hastings. No, I have not been, but I would like to go. There's another one. Let's get this one. Hide. There we go. It's making it hard for me to see all the questions with this random person. UTS Germany. Hey man, any travel plans to Portugal? Would love to see your van in real life. Cheers, the Gypsy Bus. Yes. So last September, was it last September? Yes, was the September, the very beginning of September last year. Me and my wife Yana went on our honeymoon to Portugal. We stayed at an awesome place. It was like a small little eco off-grid cabin. It was called Conscious Earth, and they did ayahuasca ceremonies there and stuff. We didn't get to do it, but we are thinking of going back, and probably driving there in the van. So Portugal is an amazing place, and we're definitely going back there. Duke's Pursuit. Did you ever see the big red Merc Vario at the pump track in Everton? Yes, yes, I have. I did. I drove past it on the road going up towards the leisure centre. I think I saw it there. Yeah, it does, Harry. It looks like an amazing atmosphere. It looks very similar to the old atmosphere from the old backyard jams. They were one of the best events to go to as a BMX rider. So I'm quite looking forward to hopefully next year or maybe the end of this year if things ease up. See how it goes. Just checking if I haven't. Oh, it was hot. Checking if I haven't missed any questions. Mandy Martin, Leon, how easy is cladding the rear doors? It is incredibly easy. The metal is only thin on the rear doors. I mean, it's a little bit thicker near the outsides of the doors, but if you just go in like a few centimeters, then your screws will just go straight through. Just make sure that you do pilot holes in the wood first so it doesn't push the wood out and split the wood. But it is really easy. You put the first ones on the bottom with the doors closed, just so you know they're not going to be on a slant. And then when you open the doors to do the rest, you know that all the cladding is level with the floor of the van. So really easy. All you need is a drill and a jigsaw. Piece of cake. Um, Cladding is probably the easiest option, I think. It's easier than holding up a giant piece of plywood if you're on your own. So if you, I do all my build work on my own, so just doing strips of cladding is a lot easier. And it looks nicer than a bit of plywood. I'm not whole into the ply and carpet thing. Cladding is my favourite. Yeah, that is the competition in Florida, I think, Harry. Yeah, Trey Jones has won. That looks wild. So I'm guessing that a lot of people aren't BMXers on here. You're not going to have a clue what I'm talking about when it comes to BMX wise, like a different language. Just checking if I've missed any other questions. I've scroll up that long, I'm probably missed new ones. Keep it simple, stupid four. Do you like Harry Main? Yes, I like Harry Main. Um, what can I say about Harry Main? Harry went to the same school I did. He grew up a couple of miles from where I live. And when he first started riding BMX, me being a few years older than him, I taught him lots of things and got him like eggs him on to try different things, and guess like helped him learn a lot of stuff when he was really young. And then he became a really good rider and went off on his own thing and traveled the world and stuff like that and became very famous. But he was always a friend of mine. I think he I don't know. He did definitely changed as he got older. The more like well known he became, and thought maybe people were sort of a lot of people don't like him when they don't really know him that well. Um, he's all right, really. He's a funny person. He changes his mind a hell of a lot and does one thing and then changes his mind, does another thing, and moves on to the next thing very quickly. And he has ups and downs and wherever, but he's all right at the end of the day. Phil Larkin, I seen you got a trip to Woodward for Christmas. Oh, mate, yes. So, for all you that don't know, Woodward Camp is it's basically a summer camp slash extreme sports training facility. So, in America, you have summer camps, and rich parents, send their kids off for weeks at a time to summer camps. But they go and they learn BMX, skateboarding, inline skating, even scootering now, I think, as well, off professional athletes, professional BMX riders, skateboards, and stuff like that. And then pros can also go there to learn new stuff and ride some of the best facilities in the world. I was meant to be going there at the end of this month. I am not now. Um, I have yet to organise new dates for that. I have to reorganise my flights and a different slot where I'm going to go be able to go to Woodward Camp. It'll probably be next year now, but hey ho, it is what it is. Cool, yeah. I think I would like to go to that Swan Fest as well, Harry. It does look cool. Um, I've never met Scotty myself, but I did see him ride back in 2005, and it was mind blowing how good he was on a bike. Ross Evans started falling through BMX, and but the Van Builder boss. Thanks, mate. So yeah, my channel's a bit mixed. It's BMX stuff and van stuff. I think the majority of people are here for van build stuff, and maybe there's a few that were from back in the day when I used to just only post BMX stuff. But I still will post BMX stuff from time to time. Like I said, another one coming soon, so I hope you all check that one out. It's quite a milestone in my life. I've been riding BMX for 20 years, so that's why I'm making another video. Yeah, it does suck that I'm not going to Woodward this year, but I'm not going to get down about it. I'm still going to get to go. It just means I have to wait a little bit longer. Who do you follow on YouTube in the van life community? So that was a question by Handsworth Boys. Oof. I follow quite a lot of people actually. In the UK, who have I follow from the UK? So there's Van Life TV, there's Luke's Van Life, there is Houseless Not Homeless, Greg Virgo, Liam the Terrible. I can't remember. There's so many. There's a hell of a lot. Retro Renovations, Beyond the Van, Indie Projects, loads. I think my two favorite van life is and channels that do van stuff would be Levi Allen from Canada. He makes really good content and he's like a professional filmmaker. He makes amazing stuff. And I quite like Dylan McGaster's videos as well. I just like the way he does things. But there's so many people that I follow, I couldn't remember them all. Thank you, Brooke. That is a nice comment. I'll keep making them. We need these live streams regularly. Okay, so if you want more live streams, I shall do more live streams. I'm quite surprised with the rate of comments on this one. I thought it was actually going to be really slow and there was hardly going to be anyone. So really pleased with the turnout. So thank you guys for checking out my live stream. It's been 45 minutes already. That's gone quite fast. I found you from Van Found Out You're a BMXer from the France videos. Cool. Yeah. The France trip was the first trip I took in this van. I bought the van in February and I had the conversion pretty much 85, 90% finished by the May, and I drove 2 weeks around France. That was an awesome experience driving around France. France is set up perfectly. It's really welcoming for people who are traveling in camper vans and motorhomes. You've got all the airs and stuff, and there's hundreds of wild camping spots as well. So you don't even need to go to any airs, but there's plenty of places to fill up with water and dump your waste and just, yeah, I love going to France in my van. It's perfect. Project Amber, yes, I do follow Project Amber. And what's his name? Lost in Europe. Combi Life, actually, they're another one of my favorites. I really like Combi Life. Andy Martin, one thing I love about your van build is how you make it look really homely. Thank you. Yeah, it's my little sanctuary on wheels. I don't sleep anywhere better than I sleep in here. It is hard to keep the momentum with everything going on. Yes, the best way to do that, to get through that, would probably just have micro goals. Sorry, I just knocked the table. Little micro goals, just small jobs. So you've got obviously your big jobs. You want to complete the whole van, but just break it down into little things. Today, I want to, I don't know, paint some wood. Today, I want to maybe run a little bit of wiring. Today, I want to do the floor. I don't know what else you want to do. Just little small jobs. Just take it in steps and it won't seem as daunting then. Who does not follow King Greg? He's a very knowledgeable man. Live stream should continue for sure. It's nice to have the interaction. Cool. It is. I'm quite enjoying it. So thank you for connecting. Thank you, Ross. That means a lot. I guess there is a lot of people in the world that love themselves a little bit too much, but hey, gotta stay humble. At least I try to anyway. Rupert Beeston, how's it going? If you were to convert your next van in a workshop with all the tools, etc., on site for conversion, what would you think is a reasonable price per hour to use? To use the workshop? I have no idea because I mean, all of those tools will be vital and probably make the whole build process a lot quicker. Hmm. Personally, if I was going to rent a warehouse off somebody who provided the tools and stuff. I would. That's hard. That's hard. That is hard because buying tools is expensive, and obviously paying for rent and electricity and all that is expensive. So don't know. I really don't know. It all depends on your overheads and everything. Thanks, Rupert. I'm glad you've been watching for a long time. Maybe it depends on what tools they would need to use. Maybe if they're only using like simple stuff, maybe £10 an hour, £15 an hour. If they want to use bigger stuff, that might take a bit longer. I don't know, mate. I really don't know. I do follow Luke's van life. Mel's van life, I don't think I follow, so I'll have to check that one out. £10 an hour, mate. Yeah, sound. I think that's a really good price. I'd be more than happy to if I had like if it was a really rainy day and I was struggling and I really wanted to get a job done and I didn't have the tools that I needed, then £10 an hour would be spot on. Not a problem. People are shouting outside and not realizing I'm doing a live stream. 1 second. Getting interrupted. I'm doing a live stream. Be quiet. Family, eh? Where are we on comments? Yeah, you do end up buying a lot of tools when you're doing the van yourself, and you might only use them tools once or twice, but hey, you never know if you're going to use them in the future. There's still quite a few tools or toys that I would like to get, but you can always rent stuff as well. Mel's Van World. Cool. I'll check that one out. Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, you got to be able to trust someone to use your tools as well. I guess that's important. Obviously, they need to know how to use them and need to be safe and not reckless. What was that, Phil? Did I miss your last question? Tay Flusky, not exactly van related, but what is your favourite BMX trick you've ever done? What's the best skate park you've ever ridden? Ooh. Favorite BMX trick I ever done? Probably a 900. I've only actually pulled 3 of them. I would like to do one again or do more of them. It's a cool trick. When I first saw one get done when I was 13, saw Simon Tabron do one in Birmingham. And I thought I'd never be able to do one of them. Turns out many years later, in 2012, I learned how to do it. So 900-degree spin. Let me know what you need. I'll see what I've got. Thanks, Ross. I'll probably only know what I need when I actually come to doing the job, and usually that's too late. But hey, I'll drop you a message if I ever need one. Cheers for the offer. What's in the bottle? Whiskey? No, it is tea. I am drinking Yogi tea. They come with little quotes on the end of the tea bag. This one says, "Say what you mean and mean what you say." This one is turmeric chai tea, not whiskey. I've never been to Stoke Skate Plaza. My favourite skate park would be, I'm going to have to say Rampworks, closely followed by Unit 23 in Glasgow. I'm going to say Rampworks because it is my home skate park. I have rode there since the year 2000, and it is just over a mile away from my house. I have spent countless hours in that place. All the people I know, the majority of people I know, I met in that place. So, not just for the actual ramps, for the whole scene and the way my life has panned out, because I've had that place as my local facility. So, I have to say Rampworks. A build that would love to do, but the big thing is petrol. Is gas 66 is a Russian military vehicle, a little bit bigger than a very they are 4x4. Sounds like one of those big old hefty vehicles, like a Unimog sort of style, maybe. They're quite crazy, those things. Will your mountain lead IML for working overseas? I think ML is just for the UK. The UK, I will need to get an IML, which is International Mountain Leader for Europe, I think. But hey, maybe in the future I'll be able to get one of those. Where are we now? What happened? That was going to be the next guess. 4x4 Transit next. Yes, 4x4. I think if I could have a 4x4, I definitely would. Or I could go back in time and buy a 4x4 and build all this exactly the same inside the 4x4. That's what I would do. Wow. That's pretty good then. I would like to see, maybe send me a photo of the van. I'd like to see one of those. What year Rampwork design of the skate park have been your favourite to ride? I think the era from, I don't know, because there's the one section of the skate park I like in one year, another skate park I like previous. So probably up to when the time before they put the foam pit in, just before then. So I can't remember what year that was. 2013, 2012. So maybe like 2008 to 2012, something like that. So, guys, we are coming to an end of my live stream. I'm going to finish at 8 o'clock. So, any last questions you have, get them in before I go and eat. All right, Leon, do you still live in L21? Yes, I do. Thank you, Lamoda the Army. Well, do you know when I do my next live, I will give people plenty of notice before I do my next one. Hopefully, I think the signal's all right on this end, Ross. Have you got a van yourself, Ray? Thanks for commenting and being a part of the live stream. My pleasure. Definitely do another one soon. So yeah, I will call it now. It's pretty much nearly 8 o'clock. So to everyone who has participated or just watched and commented, thank you for joining in my very first live stream, and I will see you all again soon. Next upload will be Monday morning. My reversing camera installation, so be sure to check that out, and I will see you next time. Cheers.